Welcome to the You Can Be Unstoppable podcast. My name is Evelina, your host and certified hypnotherapist. In this podcast, I will share with you how to tap into the power of your subconscious mind. I intend to share with you how learning how to use the power of your subconscious mind can help you to create a successful and abundant life with ease, how to connect with yourself while fostering a healthy relationship with your body and mind. Tapping into the power of the subconscious mind will help you to learn how to manage your emotions, become more resilient and present in all of your relationships. Self-love and self-worth are the keys to the kingdom of success and abundance, to happy and healthy life on your terms. Hey, welcome to another episode of You Can Be Unstoppable. And in today's episode, I want to be talking about critics and how to deal with critics. I don't know about you, but I've met quite a few of them over the years. And sometimes I wish I knew better how to deal with them in the past. I guess it's all a learning process. I struggled with critics in the past because I struggled with my self worth and self esteem and confidence, and you name it. And over the years, as I grew and evolved, I also learned that when someone criticizes me, it's not about me, it's about them. Because people who are critical and often criticize other people have the most criticism reserved for themselves. They are very critical of themselves. And when they criticize other people, they show their dissatisfaction with themselves, but outwardly. They direct it outside of them. And they find all sorts of faults in a society and people around them. When people criticize, they had some need. They felt like want to make you feel bad because they felt insecure or unhappy. And by making you feel bad, somehow that makes them to feel better. And people who criticize want to bring you down to their level so that they feel equal, they feel like they belong. Kind of an interesting way of dealing with the fact that they don't like themselves and they are unhappy. Rather than lift themselves up to your level, to feel better, to deal with whatever is bringing them the dissatisfaction, they want you to bring you down to their level. And the most effective way, as far as I can see it, to deal with people like this, and especially if you have a business, you are in an online space, there's so many people dishing out judgment and criticism. They feel that somehow that certain level of anonymity that social media gives them, it allows them to be more openly critical. And as far as I can see it, the best way to deal with this is to either think to yourself, so you don't have to say this out loud, although you can if you feel confident in yourself, when you feel comfortable to deal with whatever is going to come back your way. Obviously, if it's your boss, then you may want to judge if this is something that you actually want to say out loud or you're just going to think to yourself. So every situation is going to be different, but you can to say out loud, you don't have to. So when someone is very critical towards you, whether that is about your appearance or how you did something or how you're dressing, about what you said, about your values or opinions, whatever that is, you can think to yourself or say out loud, this is not really about me. It's all about that person. They must feel really bad about themselves to be like this. Or you can say something like that to this person that, you know what, when you keep criticize people like that, you're just showing me that you are very dissatisfied with your life, with yourself, with how you show up for yourself. And let me tell you, most people are going to be really taken aback because most people don't challenge criticism because they don't feel comfortable in their own skin. And obviously, you have to be careful who you're saying this to because if you want to say this to your boss and it's someone who's very difficult to deal with anyway, it may backfire on you. But when you're really confident in your skin and you really believe in yourself that you are lovable, that's not arrogant. That is an amazing way of finding self acceptance and creating a happy, loving relationship with yourself. And that is so powerful. Most arrogant people, people who bully other people, people who are very critical of other people, are deeply, deeply insecure about themselves. They are unhappy inside. They can be aggressive, have domineering behavior. So there is nothing about you. It's all about where they are at, and they're taking that frustration on you, on other people, on the environment because they don't know how to deal with it. They feel unheard and unseen because of their behavior. Most people don't know how to deal with them. And if your child is struggling with a bullying at school, or you struggling with bullying at work or in your relationship, there's no place for bullies or accepting them. So if you're struggling with bullying or criticism or arrogance, or you know someone, you can tell them to say to them. So let's say your child is struggling with another girl or a boy bullying them, and they don't know how to handle this. Tell them the next time this person comes up to bully them, turn to them and say, you know what? You must be really unhappy to be like this. You don't like yourself very much today, do you? And I feel sad for you. And let me tell you, they're going to be really pissed off. But when you reply to the bullying, the criticism with this kind of response, sooner or later, they will turn around because they will feel seen and heard and understood by you. You can say a variation of this as well. You can say, oh, you don't like yourself today, you are unhappy. So anything along those lines will work. And never ever behave in a way that says, please don't bully me, please don't criticize me, please don't be like this, because that is a fuel for further bully, criticism, arrogance. Your behavior have to be saying, I'm really comfortable in my own skin. You don't need to like me. I like me. And that also goes in other dynamics. So if you are dating, it's really important to look at your behavior, because if your behavior is like, please like me, I'm doing my best for you to like me, I'm working so hard for this to work, then this person won't have respect for you, and you probably will lose respect towards yourself as well. Your behavior should be saying, I like myself, whether you like me or not. And obviously, both sides want to work towards to create this amazing relationship. That's a different dynamic. It's when one side works harder and is almost pleading, and the behavior says, please like me, because what that behavior says is that you don't like yourself. If we operate in that energy, in that dynamic, we will attract people who don't like themselves as well, or people who believe that you are an easy prey, an easy target. So if you are in a relationship, ask yourself, how do I feel about myself when I am with this person? Because if you feel less than, not good enough, like they're too good to be true, then it's really time to start work on yourself. And that goes to all types of dynamics or relationships, whether that is your romantic relationship, work environment, in your business. Your self image is so important. And in terms of a work, it's really important that you are being respected and your work is being respected. You don't have to be liked. You're not there to be liked, but you are there to be respected. And the effort that you put into your work has to be respected. And as you are on this transformational journey and you work towards loving yourself, creating another level of confidence, and you're working on standing up for yourself, saying no when you mean no, confronting criticism and less than behavior. And as you grow and evolve, some people in your life may be unhappy about your transformation. Because if they struggle with self confidence and with self esteem, they will be looking at you in a way that you are pulling away from them because you are growing and evolving and they not. Because people who feel less than, inadequate, maybe the way you were before, and suddenly you're changing and growing and they are not, human nature is to pull you back. What's really important, if this person stands up to the challenge and see how inspirational you are, how you growing and evolving and changing, and they decide to make positive impact in their life because they see you changing, growing, and evolving. And I have experienced that myself as I am growing and evolving. Not everyone in my immediate circumstance were too happy about this. They were very quick at criticizing, giving me their opinion, unsolicited opinion, advice, questioning what I'm doing, not understanding what I am going through and how I am changing and evolving and standing up for myself. Then you have to decide, is this the kind of people that you want to continue to keep in your life? And I know it can be really hard if it's your family. I get it. I'm Polish. For us, we've got this unhealthy image that family is holy. We've got this saying that the best place you look good with your family is on a picture. And it's not an exact translation, but basically, picture is the only place that you get on with your family. But we've got this very unhealthy image that you don't criticize your family and your parents, even if they're doing a really bad job. So I get it. If it's a mom or dad or husband, it can be really hard to let go. But then you have to decide what is the best for you in terms of your growth and expansion. And as you start on this journey, let me tell you, a lot of people will fall off, but that's okay because you are making room for people at a higher level of evolution, of transformation that are going to meet where you are at. So if you meet any criticism along the way, just tell yourself that it's nothing to do with you. It's all about them. They just must be having a really bad day and really disliking themselves and their life and where they are at in order to be so jealous and so critical of where you are at. And there's no need to give your power away and feeling sorry or feeling hurt or feeling whatever because of that. Because your inner power, your personal power, you don't want to lose it. Because the less you have it, the less power to create you have. So just let it go and move on. And if you want to know more, get in touch at breathingthebeing.com or email me at evelina@breathingthebeing.com and we can continue this conversation further. Have a great day and I'll see you next week.
Thank you for listening. If you found value in this podcast, I would like to ask you to leave a positive review explaining how this episode helped you to improve your life. I ask you to do this because this will help other people to improve their lives as well. Share and spread the love all around you. Raise your vibrations to improve your life. If you would like more transformational content like this, connect with me on Instagram. You can find a link in the description of this podcast, and I'll see you over in the next episode.